Welcome. I'm pleased to be able to share this video presentation for the 33rd Annual Northern New Jersey Region FJMC Northern Man of the Year, Youth of the Year Dinner. Please enjoy this video of our honorees and the tribute ads recognizing the men and youth of our clubs. From Congregation Agudath Israel in Caldwell, Man of the Year, Arthur Franklin, Youth of the Year, Marin Jacobs.
Okay, it means everything to me. I've participated at my congregation basically my whole life, so I am very appreciative of this honor because I've been working so hard to get an honor like this. So, yeah, I'm really thankful. Mm.
Well, since you participate in many activities, I'm going to ask you, what are some of your favorite Jewish activities that you do participate in?
Well, my first is USY. It's United Synagogue Youth, and I'm in the Caldwell chapter through my synagogue, which is part of the Honorees region. And they also have summer programs. So this past summer, I went on a program called USY on Wheels Classic. So basically for, I think it was 46 days.
From Temple Bethel Makor Chaim in Cranford, Man of the Year, Bruce Solomon, Talia Farber, and Jacob Pietkowski.
Good evening, Bruce, and congratulations on being named Man of the Year at the
Thank you, Steve.
At the Cranford Synagogue at Temple Bethel El Makor Chaim. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Give the best answers that you can. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, what does the honor of being named Man of the Year mean to you?
I have to tell you, it was really very humbling when I got the word. I got a phone call. We were playing some telephone tag for a couple of days. I was out on the road when Lance Candle called me and finally decided that he needed to speak to me and told me that I was their unanimous choice as Men's Club Man of the Year. I really was humbled. Not easy when you've been Temple president. This is my second rodeo to feel humbled, but I felt humbled and really deeply honored because the Men's Club, they do so much good work at TBMC. And when they sat there and said, look, this is for all that you do and you've done and you continue to do, it just really meant so much to hear that from people that I admire because they give back so much to our temple and to our community.
Good evening, Talia, and congratulations for being named Youth of the Year at Temple Bethel Makor Chaim.
Thank you.
Okay, the first question I'm going to ask you is, what does the honor of being named Youth of the Year mean to you?
I'm very grateful for this honor. I think it's like very nice to be recognized for all the dedication and hard work that I've put into this temple, and I love being a member here. So I think I'm very grateful for it.
Well, tell us some of your favorite Jewish activities that you participate in.
I love doing Mishlach Manot for Purim and bagging all of the goodies and everything for like all of the members. I also like going to all the high holiday services.
Are you a member of any Jewish organization? Like, say, for example, USY, Young Judea? You tell me.
Not currently, but I was a member of Kadima back in 7th and 8th grade, and I did encampment one year.
And what did those organizations mean to you?
I think it was very nice to learn like other people and how they appreciate like Judaism and different traditions that people have.
What college or colleges are you planning on attending next year?
I plan on attending Towson or Drexel. I plan on going into nursing. So
what Jewish activities do you see yourself participating in college?
If there's a temple nearby, I definitely plan on going there for the high holidays since I'll be at college during that time. I also plan on like anything Jewish really like related.
What does the honor of being named Youth of the Year mean to you?
To me, I think it means that I've come so far. From being in one position at the synagogue, like as a student, to now being a madrik. It's definitely interesting to see that those different sides, that now that I'm working with the kids, I used to be in their position. Someday, maybe one of them might be in my position too. So I think that it kind of dawned on me recently that I think I have been putting a lot of work into it, and I realized like, wow.
What are some of your favorite activities, favorite Jewish activities that you do participate in?
Like in general, like, holiday stuff.
In
Or
general, any Jewish activities you participate in, what are your favorites?
Dreidel. I love that game. Passover Seder is always great. I love, there's a lot of good ones like Hanukkah, opening presents, and just the holidays in general. They're just so much fun.
You told me that you're a senior and that you're considering going to college. So I'm going to ask you, what Jewish activities do you see yourself participating in college?
I mean, if there are any like Jewish clubs that do like, special holiday gatherings and stuff like that, I could definitely want to be a part of that and, help out with, everything from, being part of any services that they do, to really want to stay in touch with my religion.
Okay, I'm going to go back and ask you a question, because you talked about teaching before and, the young kids. And is there any activities that you were, where you took the leadership role, where you led some Jewish activities?
Planning on writing and directing this year's Purim spiel. Yeah, my mom usually would have done that, and a few other people would help out with that too. But
You want to tell us a little bit more about that?
We basically come up with like a certain retelling of the story of Esther. We try to get like the kids audition for it and get cast into different roles based on their audition, as it usually goes. And each year there's like sort of a different theme. So one year it was Cinderella. Another year you would have cooking, where Esther is in this cooking competition to be the king's, head chef. Or there's one year we did a big twist and we made this almost sort of murder mystery, but it was really cool. That was a really cool concept. And I've been thinking, I have a concept in mind for this year.
Okay. Jacob, the final question I'm going to ask you is, how do you see yourself being an asset in the Jewish community in the future?
I feel like I could contribute more to, services. I could, learn some Torah portions, and maybe sometimes when I'm available, help out during, Saturday services. I'd also love to stay as a madrik at the Hebrew school.
Well, Jacob, I want to congratulate you again for being named the Youth of the Year, and I think I will pronounce it right this time, Temple Beth El Mechor Chaim in Cranford, New Jersey. So congrats.
From the Fair Lawn Jewish Center, Man of the Year, Robert Sokol.
And the first question I'm going to ask you is, what does the honor of being named Man of the Year mean to you?
I became president during COVID. We went from a club that was meeting at the synagogue to a club that was just meeting online. I was forced to do online meetings, and it changed everything in my focus as the president of the synagogue of the men's club at the time. What the honor means to me is that it was really an honor to be working with the Men's Progress Club during the time of COVID.
Tell us some of your favorite activities involving the men's club.
Okay, we had a writer from the National Hockey League who was a member of our shul. That brought a lot of people out. We also had a rabbi who was specializing in self-defense. He taught us how to take guns out of each other's hands. That was pretty...
Why is it important that the men's club stay involved in the Jewish community?
The Men's Progress Club stays involved in the Jewish community because we were called the strong shoulders of the synagogue. And we supported a lot of other programs at the synagogue.
Well, what got you involved with the Jewish community?
I started out at the New Jersey Y camps, and I worked at the Y camps. And from the Y camps, I got involved in the Federation. And through the Federation, I got involved in the Jewish community in Fair Lawn. And once involved in the Jewish community in Fair Lawn.
What are your future goals, and how do you see your future in the men's club?
Supporting programs. That's where I see myself, bringing in programs. We just had writer Barry Schlossberg who writes for the for baseball, and I've been bringing in speakers.
What type of speakers do you anticipate bringing in the future?
Speakers that are interesting to our members. There's a lot of interest in athletics and sports. So we've had the Hall of Fame of Fairlawn come and speak. We had somebody from the Yogi Berra Museum come and speak.
Well, again, I want to congratulate you on being named Man of the Year of Fairlawn Jewish Center in Fairlawn, New Jersey, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
From Temple Beth Shalom in Livingston, Man of the Year, Saul Leff.
So why is it important that the men's club stay involved in the Jewish community?
Well, first of all, we get, you get the people that are members of the men's club, have families and friends and so forth. And the men's club does all good things. Everything they do is important to the shul in the long run. It creates an atmosphere of activity and friendliness and welcomeness, and they do such good deeds. We, from delivering shalachmanis to, the collecting goods and all that kind of stuff. And it gets people involved in those things. And that's what a synagogue is supposed to do, is supposed to bring people together. It's supposed to be kind of a family and make people feel warm and welcome. So I think the men's club, as the ladies with their group, the same thing. It's just an important part of the synagogue to have that. And if you had a synagogue that you just came to the shul and, daven in the morning and went home and this and that, it would be kind of, it just wouldn't be like it is, so warm and welcoming with all the things that the men's club does.
Well, what are your future goals and how do you see your future involvement in the men's club?
Well, first of all, I hope I can keep being involved with it, getting up there in a few years, and I do whatever I can. And I hope that I don't see an end to it anytime soon. I can't put a number on it, but I hope to be just as much involved with the thing as I have been in the past. Maybe I can't do it as fast as I used to do it, but I don't plan on missing anything right now. I don't want to change anything. I want to be there. I want to try to help out and to do anything else that we can do to make the synagogue and our whole synagogue family feel better about coming to shul and participating in Jewish life. And so our children will learn from us. And that's part of the men's club. Hopefully we can attract some younger people in there, and they will learn about all the good things that the men's club does and the Jewish atmosphere and the goals that Jewish people have.
Well, Saul, I just want to congratulate you again and thank you. And thank you for this interview, and congratulations on being named Man of the Year at Temple Beth Shalom in Livingston, New Jersey.
I wish I could do it again next year.
From the Pine Brook Jewish Center in Montville, Man of the Year, Seth Friedman. Youth of the Year, Zachary Friedman, Ethan Kraut, Matthew Reese, Jack Steckelman, Amanda Stiller, Rachel Thaler, and Haley Zuckerman.
Well, why is it important that men's clubs stay involved in the Jewish community?
I think the men's club brings Jewish fathers, grandfathers, children together. To me, men's club is more than just getting together and having bagels and lox. It's really more kind of sharing real life stories of, what we all do day to day, in our real full-time jobs, but also brings us together just as a Jewish community above and beyond attending services or attending other Simcha and Sorrow events. So, for me, moving into this town over 15 years ago, the men's club is really what introduced me to the Jewish community that I call Pine Brook Jewish Center.
What are your future goals and how do you see your future involvement in the men's club?
So my future goals is as it relates to the synagogue itself, I am currently the first vice president. Come June of 2023, I will become likely the president of the Pine Brook Jewish Center. And what I strive for the synagogue as a whole, and more specifically for our men's club, is to continue to build awareness and really build the attendees, if you will. We have a lot of people that contribute to the men's club, but I want more involvement. And I think that sometimes the best way to bring involvement in is to have more programming, more activities. And coming out of this pandemic, that's a goal that I have for our men's club president and the collection of folks that have been heavily involved over the years.
Congratulations on you being named Man of the Year. And I think it was a wonderful event bringing Mr. Benson back to the synagogue. So I commend your synagogue for doing something like that and bringing him back. And thank you again for participating in this interview. And congratulations again on being named Man of the Year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is David Glass. I'm the president of the Northern New Jersey region of the Federation of Jewish Men's Club. I'm here today with the Pine Brook Jewish Center high school class, and they are this year's Pine Brook Jewish Center Youth of the Year. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves and tell you why they feel it's special that they are the Youth of the Year from Pine Brook Jewish Center. Take it away, guys.
Hi, I'm Rachel Thaler, and I'm very appreciative to get this award because we've all grown up together, and it's just been really exciting to get together once a month and talk about the Jewish culture.
Hi, I'm Haley Zuckerman, and I think that it's really special for us to get this recognition together since we've known each other since preschool. I love being part of Biahad and the discussions we have. I'm proud to be part of the Madrahim program, and I love working with the kids. Each of us has done so much for PBJC, school, and the community, and I am honored to be part of this group.
Hi, I'm Amanda Stiller, and I'm honored to be receiving this award with my fellow deserving friends and classmates. We all are so deserving of this and are such hard workers. And I cherish my time working here and volunteering with the Jewish community and all that I do.
Hello, I'm Matthew Reese. I feel very fulfilled to receive this award with my fellow Biahad honorees. I feel honored to receive this award because we've all grown up together, as they've mentioned, and just to get together with them, Nishid, Wasser, and Robin every once in a while is very fulfilling for me.
Jack Zuckerman, and I'm very proud to get the award with the rest of this group. I feel like we're a great community, and I love our monthly meetings together where we just talk about Jewish culture.
I'm Zachary Friedman. It's an honor to receive this award. It's been great to be able to discuss Judaism with my fellow peers whom I've known for a while. And I think it's very unique, the Pine Brook Jewish Center and any synagogue out there to have such a tight relationship.
Hi, I'm Ethan Kraut. Again, it's a great honor to be nominated along with all my fellow classmates, seeing how we've all equally done so much in the community, and we all deserve this award so much.
Thank you, guys. It's a hearty mazel tov and yasher koach to all of you.
From Temple Israel and Jewish Community Center in Ridgewood, Man of the Year, James Goldbarb, Youth of the Year, Ethan Holden, and Jake Cohn.
As president of your synagogue, why is it important that men's clubs stay involved in the Jewish community?
Well, for a number of reasons. First of all, I don't know how we would manage throughout the year without all the assistance that our men's club provides, whether it's putting up and striking the sukkah, the social events I just described, or a willingness, no matter when I reach out to our current men's club president, Evan Fleischman, to be able to be on hand for various blocking and tackling issues. For example, men's club typically organizes the ushering staff for the high holidays. Where would we be without that crew? It would be a difficult set of high holidays. So the way in which they contribute is woven into the fabric of Temple Israel. But in addition, and maybe thinking back more to when I was in college in USY, and there was a movement about hearing men's voices, that still exists. And it's an opportunity for men across the cohorts to get together and talk about issues that are important to us as men in our broader communities, men in our Jewish communities, men in our family lives. And it creates a sort of safe space to have those discussions. And they have not done it in the last couple of years because of COVID, but we did have a Hearing Men's Voices program, which I believe will be coming back this year. And that's another reason. It's just an opportunity for the fellas to get together and talk on a deeper level, not just about the football games and the poker scores and the golf outings, but on a deeper level about what it means to be a Jewish man. And finally, it's an on-ramp for many people. So younger men in our temple who have an opportunity, maybe as they move through, their kids become bar and bat mitzvah, and they realize they're kind of aging out of our biachad group. They're looking for social opportunities, some connectivity, and having that multi-cohort experience is very valuable to them as well.
From Congregation Beth Israel in Scotch Plains, Man of the Year, Peter Fleischman, Youth of the Year, Michael Lieberman, and Kiera Bearson.
I have a lot of good friends at CBI, and that my president is appreciated.
Well, tell us some of your favorite activities at CBI and some of your favorite activities in participation with the men's club.
I just attend their meetings and participate in, from time to time, whatever programs that they plan.
Is there any program in particular you enjoy?
I basically enjoy the companionship, of meeting with other members, whether the men's club or the congregation. I like the social involvement with the CBI. When we moved here in 1965 from Chicago, the first thing my wife did was join. Our kids were small; they were still in school. She joined at that time. It was Temple Israel.
I think this honor is a recognition of my connection to Judaism. My father is Israeli. I've been to Israel a lot. And also it's also a recognition of my connection to my synagogue, where I blow shofar on high holidays, help out at religious school, and I'm just very involved in my Jewish community. So I think this award is a recognition of that, and I'm very proud to receive it.
Please tell us some of your favorite Jewish activities that you participate in.
So definitely blowing shofar on high holidays. It's also a nerve-wracking activity, but one that I enjoy. Reading Torah as well on Rosh Hashanah, and then definitely working in religious school, helping kids with reading their Hebrew and their prayers, and just being around Hebrew school is a very fun activity for me. So,
are you a member of any Jewish organizations?
I go to the our Cohen programming at my synagogue. I was last year a member of the Diller Teen Fellows, which through the Federation of the Jewish Federation, and then at my school, I'm the co-president of the Jewish Cultural and Development.
What Jewish activities do you see you participating in college?
Definitely joining Hillel, attending services and meeting the Jewish community at whatever school I end up at through Hillel. So yeah, I think Hillel would definitely be the foundation of my Jewish experiences in college, and take it from there.
How do you see yourself being an asset to the Jewish community in the future?
I definitely plan to be involved in the Jewish community, in the future. I, help out in whatever way I can, continue to participate in services, like I said, blowing shofar, reading Torah, and yeah, hopefully helping to involve myself in discussions about the role, Judaism in America. And so yes, I just plan to be involved in the Jewish community going forward.
Okay, to me, this honor kind of recognizes everything that I do for my Jewish community and everything that I kind of do to give back to it. Some of these things include working as a shadow at my temple. I work at the JCC, and I also am a counselor at Camp Yahad during the summer.
And well, tell us some of your favorite activities, your favorite Jewish activities that you participate in. It sounds like camping must be fun. Okay, are you a member of any Jewish organizations?
I am a member of USY, and over the summer, this past summer, I actually went to Israel with them, and that was absolutely the experience of a lifetime. I loved immersing myself in just the Jewish culture in Israel and discovering more about my own Jewish identity while I was there. My favorite thing that I did is we got up at 3:30 in the morning, which sounds horrible, but it was actually really fun. And we climbed Masada and watched the sunrise. So that was really awesome.
Some Jewish activities that you consider participating in once you go to college?
Once I get to college, I definitely would like to join some Jewish clubs. Right now, I am part of the Jewish Student Union, which was at my school, which was recently just started a couple weeks ago or months ago. And yeah, I would just like to continue doing this in college. I'm not sure exactly what programs there are, depending on the school that I decide to go to. But yeah, definitely.
Okay, and how do you see yourself being an asset to your Jewish community in the future?
In the future, I definitely want to continue working with kids at Hebrew school and maybe one day even teaching just to...
From Congregation Beth El in South Orange, Man of the Year, Scott Horowitz, Youth of the Year, Leo Gold.
Growing up, that was all from the men's club. So it's kind of bittersweet that he's not around to see it, but I know he's very proud of me today.
And we're proud of you being an executive of our men's region. So congratulations on that as well too. Tell us some of your favorite activities involving the men's club.
Well, I mean, our biggest activity is always our best one, which is our steak and the scotch and the sukkah. We always have a good crowd, good food, a great time.
So what does the honor of being in Youth of the Year mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I've been a participating member of my synagogue and its community for since I was a young kid, whether that be going to services, participating in different youth groups, and just helping out around the community. So this really means a lot.
What are some of your favorite activities, Jewish activities that you participate in?
Well, there's a yearly trip for the youth group at my synagogue. I've been to Philly, I've been to Atlanta, and probably the trip to Atlanta has been my favorite. We got to go down and visit many different civil rights places and immerse ourselves within different communities. And yeah.
The third oldest Jewish synagogue, which we went to a couple of summers ago, is not far away in Savannah, Georgia, which was a very fine sight to see in Georgia itself. Besides those types of activities, what Jewish organizations are you a member of?
I'm a member of USY.
Any others besides USY? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've been going to Jewish Sleepaway Camp since I was a young kid, consistently for 8 years or so at Camp Vermont, the Berkshires.
What Jewish activities do you see yourself participating in at Emory? If that's
I see myself joining a Hillel. That's something that's very important to me. Somewhere where a community center where I can pray and continue to be part of the Jewish community.
Okay. Any other activities? Okay. How do you see yourself being an asset to the Jewish community in the future?
I know that I work well with people. I know that I can lead other people as well. And
how do you see yourself being an asset to your Jewish community in the future?
I think I can continue to be a leader, whether that be joining a synagogue when I'm older and continuing to help out in the community. And
from Temple Beth Am Yisrael in Springfield, Man of the Year, Brian Margulies, Youth of the Year, Jordan Chiat and William Margulies.
Hi, my name is David Glass. I'm the president of the Northern New Jersey region of the Federation of Jewish Men's Club. It's my very distinct honor today to introduce you to the Springfield Men's Club Man of the Year, Brian Margulies. It's especially great for me because he's the president of my synagogue. So I'd just like to introduce you to Brian. Brian, please tell us how you feel about being named the Springfield Man of the Year.
Thank you, David. And, it's really a great honor to be selected. I know with your involvement and the involvement of Men's Club in the Springfield community, it's really been a great asset to the temple, whether it's helping out and making donations to the temple, whether it's helping out in the barbecues that we have or our annual steak and scotch events. It's just such a setting up the sukkah. There's so many things that Men's Club gets involved in that helps out the community that really is a great asset to us locally, besides all the things that you guys do regionally and nationally. So to be chosen by this group is really an honor. I'm currently the president of the Temple Beth Am Yisrael Synagogue, and that coordination and cooperation.
Welcome, Brian. We really appreciate it, and it's great to have another president of Temple Beth Am Yisrael be a men's club member and do so much. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, David. I'm just following in your footsteps. You've been a great mentor to me and a great role model, and watching everything that you've done is really it inspires me every day. So.
Thank you. Hi, my name is David Glass. I'm the regional president of the Northern New Jersey region of the Federation of Jewish Men's Club. I'm here today with Will Margulies. He is the Temple Beth Am Yisrael in Springfield Youth of the Year. What type of activities have you participated in the temple at Temple Beth Am Yisrael?
Well, I've participated in being a madrich for 2 years, which entails being a teacher's assistant and dealing with little kids, which is definitely a handful. I've also volunteered to set up the sukkah a number of times and all different miscellaneous things. I love going to temple with my dad, who's actually the man of the year award recipient, which is really nice because it's a great way to bond with him, everyone in my family, and everyone in the community.
Oh, that's great. Well, Will, how do you feel about being named the Youth of the Year?
I'm honored. It's definitely a great way to recognize all the Saturday mornings that I put in and sacrifices I made.
Wow, that's really great. Will, are you a senior this year?
Yeah, I'm a senior. Hopefully going to college next year, though.
What kind of plans do you have?
Well, yeah, I want to go to college. I'm a fencer, so I hopefully want to continue fencing in college and get a good job.
Wow, fencing's really interesting. Well, it's been my pleasure to do this interview. As many of you may know, I'm also a member of Temple Beth Am Yisrael, so it's always a pleasure to be able to honor the people, my friends, and the people that I know at Temple Beth Am Yisrael. Mazel Tov, Will, and Yasher Koach.
Thank you.
From Congregation B'nai Jeshurun in Staten Island, Man of the Year, Jerome Grushkin.
Well, basically, it's a very welcome honor. I mean, it's very nice that I've been honored. It's probably for all my involvement with the Jewish community. To me, it's a spiritual journey, and it's my love of the Jewish people, its traditions, the family gatherings at holidays, its culture, the land of Israel, the Torah, and so much more. This is just who I am.
Well, what are some of your favorite activities in the Jewish community?
I am the vice president of Congregation B'nai Jeshurun. I'm on the board of the Jewish Community Center of Staten Island. I'm also its chairman of the Dr. Esther Grushkin Center for Arts and Culture. The center was dedicated to my late wife, Esther, to honor her legacy.
From Shomrei Torah, the Wayne Jewish Community Center, Man of the Year, David Kleinstein, Youth of the Year, Robin Frankel.
What does the honor of being named Man of the Year mean to you?
It actually means a lot, and thank you for making me a Man of the Year, Shomrei Torah. And it means a lot to me as far as being named the Man of the Year. I try to contribute as much as possible. I'm 47 years old. I have a good tech background. So I've been able to implement a lot of tech into our temple, and being recognized for that is very nice.
Can you tell us some of your favorite activities involving the men's club?
Well, one of my favorite ones is I'm a big, huge hockey fan. So we do a Devils night. We get to go to the Devils game, and we do that, and that's a lot of fun, especially being a Devils fan. And just the activities of just getting together. We're doing I'm not sure if this is a men's club, but we do events here. But we're doing a casino night the day before our awards dinner, and just being part of the synagogue and being part of the conservative Jewish movement is important. I think we need to make sure that we continue it for generations to come. We do a lot of different activities. We watch football together, and we just do a lot of events. They're all fun. Like I said, the Devils game is probably one of my favorite.
Why is it important that men's club stays involved with the Jewish community?
I think it's important. So I grew up in a conservative household in Paramus, and my father is borderline Orthodox, or he would probably even consider himself Orthodox. And it's important for me to raise my children conservative and be part of the Jewish community. It's really important that I feel that, you know, if you look around most synagogues, it's really an older generation. And the more we do as a men's club and the more we try to involve the younger generation, we can keep the group together and keep our synagogues funded as well as attended. You know, attendance is kind of key to our, it's not just about being a bar mitzvah and then never coming back to the synagogue. It's about being part of a community.
So tell me, what are your future goals and how do you see your future involvement in men's club?
You know, like I said earlier, the generation is an older generation, and we're going to need the youth to really kind of step up and fill those roles as the older generation start to move on, or they need a break as well. So it's going to be important for us, I think, to recruit, not necessarily the word recruit, but to keep the generations going and things like that. So maybe more things like the Devil's Games and more things like casino night, more things that will entice people to come here and stay part of the community in the Jewish organization.
And again, Mazal Tov on being Shomrei Torah's Man of the Year. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What does this honor of being named Youth of the Year mean to you?
It means a lot because I've been coming to synagogue since I was really young, and I've always been involved with, you know, all the events they do, like Purim parties, and I've been going to Hebrew school, and I still continue to do Hebrew High. And I see all the other kids around me, as they get older, they start to like disconnect. So it really means a lot that it shows since I've got this far and now I get this special honor.
Tell us some of your favorite activities that you've been doing, or youth activities you've been doing.
So my favorite youth activities I've been doing here at the temple, I've been volunteering with the Hebrew schools for the past couple of years, and I just love working with the kids. You know, I'm very familiar with all of them. They always make me happy. You know, they're fun. You know, they're funny little kids. And we also do this thing called Project Aviva, which is where we watch a movie and then discuss Jewish values in the movie, or just like even regular values in the movie. And I love to come and see my friends and just watch movies.
Tell us some of your favorite Jewish organizations that you're a part of, like maybe USY, or go ahead and tell us.
So I am a member of USY, and I did do some work for the Wayne Chapters Board. However, when the pandemic started, things started to like kind of fall apart, and I wasn't connected with USY that much, but I do still keep up with their posts and everything, but I have not been to a convention or anything recently.
So looking forward, do you have plans for college? What's your outlook look like?
So far I'm in the process of my applications, but I'm really looking for to going to TCNJ, and I would really like to major in criminology there and hopefully come out as a forensic scientist in the future.
Do you see yourself participating in any Jewish activities while at college?
I will want to join my college's Hillel and just staying in touch, observing holidays, and hopefully making Jewish friends.
One last question. How do you see yourself being an asset to your Jewish community in the future?
Just staying involved, staying close to Judaism and observing everything.
It sounds great, Robin. Mazal Tov and Yasher Koach.
Thank you.
From B'nai Shalom in West Orange, Man of the Year, Barry Levitt. Youth of the Year, Simone Kaplan.
So my name is Barry Levitt. I've been a member of B'nai Shalom in West Orange for about 25 years. I'm currently the treasurer of the men's club there, and have been in that position for 5 years now.
And what made you decide to get involved with Men's Club?
I joined the synagogue looking for a Jewish community and members who shared that level of the conservative level of Judaism. And I was looking for friends, and the Men's Club was a place for that to happen.
So what was your reaction to being chosen as Man of the Year, and how do you feel about being honored as B'nai Shalom Man of the Year?
I'm certainly honored. I follow a group of men in the past honorees who I admire. The greatest challenge I feel is to live up to that honor going forward.
What would you say has been your proudest moment as being part of Men's Club, or just even in the past years as treasurer? Do you have like a program that sticks out in your mind that you want to tell us about?
Proudest achievement is the suggestion that we program with the sisterhood. And so, currently we have several game nights that are held jointly with the sisterhood, and those occur throughout the year. And we also have a annual hike that's done jointly with the sisterhood.
Where do you see yourself in the years to come with Men's Club? Are you content with sticking with this treasurer role, or possibly higher aspirations? Or
given the opportunity, I would accept the role of president of the Men's Club.
As if a new person were to come into shul and wants to know about what's going on, what would be your sales pitch to get this person to join Men's Club?
Well, for one thing, we offer free membership to all new members. What I would like to see is that free offer extended an additional year. I would encourage the person to at least come and try out and see that the members of the Men's Club are very welcoming. And I would list the activities that we enjoy and encourage that person to try it out.
Great, definitely worth.
And I would also, of course, try to be present, introduce myself, and introduce that new person to other members.
Great, that's awesome. Definitely sounds like the words of a future president, that's for sure. So thank you, Barry. Did you have any closing remarks? Anything that you wanted to add about your honor or about Men's Club in general?
I'm looking forward to the evening. I've been going to that event to honor previous honorees. I've always enjoyed it. Looking forward to being there and enjoying it just as a member.
Hello, my name is Simone Kaplan. I've been in the shul for quite some time now. I joined the Hebrew school when I was in 3rd grade, continued till my bat mitzvah, and then after my bat mitzvah in 8th grade, I became an ozer, which is like teaching the Hebrew school and helping the Hebrew school teacher. And I've been an active member of the synagogue, leading services at the annual Sisterhood Shabbat and periodically throughout the year.
So how did it feel to be chosen as our Youth of the Year?
It really means a lot. I was very pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I'm an active member of B'nai Shalom, and it's so great to be recognized by the community for it, and I just really appreciate it.
Can you just describe, some extra feelings you probably had knowing that you're following in the footsteps? You're a 3rd generation B'nai Shalom member. Your mom grew up here, and your dad has been a forever member of our shul, of course. Your grandfather has been a forever member of our shul, of course. So does that lend itself a little extra pride and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's great because my mom was bat mitzvahed here, and all my siblings and my aunts. So it was really cool to be able to continue to be a part of the synagogue and this community. And I'm happy that I was able to contribute to something and be part of something bigger within the community. So it's really cool. My brother got this award. My grandpa got the Men's Club award. So it's really nice being able to continue the tradition.
So where do you see yourself? What is the future for Simone Kaplan hold? I know nothing to be big picture, but are you looking at school? Are you thinking about other
For
things?
sure. I'm definitely looking to go to college and be part of the Hillel there, to continue my Jewish career, I guess you could say. And then I plan to join a synagogue when I'm older and be an active member of that. I plan to have a family of my own one day. And I did see a few this past weekend. I'm not quite sure what school in particular yet, but we'll know soon enough, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, out of New Jersey probably is the goal. But around the area would be nice, like the East
Not
Coast.
too far from home.
Yes.
Right. That's awesome. And so what are you looking forward to in the next episode? We're going to be celebrating together at dinner, right? So you want to talk about that and how that's going to feel being part of with the other honorees.
I just want to say thank you again so much. I really, really appreciate it.
Wow. And now the interview of the Regional Man of the Year, Michael Keats from Temple Shalom in Bridgewater.
Michael Keats, good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to congratulate you for being named the Northern New Jersey Regional Man of the Year. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you.
This is a well-deserved honor, and tonight we're going to discuss the reasons why the Northern New Jersey region want to honor you as the Man of the Year. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, what does this honor being named the Regional Man of the Year for the New Jersey region mean to you?
Thanks, Steve. It means a lot to me. I've been involved in the region for several years. I've seen past Regional Man of the Year honorees and have been inspired by all they've done to support the region and the FJMC and our clubs. And I'm just honored to be recognized in following that tradition, and hope that I can continue to support the region and inspire others to do the same.
You and I go back 13 years, as we have discussed, that we both went to convention the first time our same year and met as rookies at convention. You also have done many activities on behalf of the men's club all around for the New Jersey region, including every Purim we remember about the groggers that we learned how to build courtesy of you. So tell us more about your favorite activities that you have done as for the region, for your synagogue at Temple Shalom, and for...
Well, thank you. I did first get introduced to the region and the FJMC at the convention in Philadelphia 13 years ago. Hard to believe it's been so long. At the time, I was new to the board of my club at Temple Shalom. I believe I was vice president, and since the convention was in Philadelphia and so close, we decided to go. I was frankly a little skeptical, but I really ended up loving it. I enjoyed meeting the guys from NNJR and started to build some great friendships that I've had since then. I really loved the content of the convention and really came away very energized about the FJMC and about Men's Club, and carried that into my 2 terms as Men's Club president at Temple Shalom, where we tried to do as much innovative programming as we could. One of the programs, as you mentioned, we created a Build a Grogger program where we made wooden grogger kits and helped the kids assemble them for Purim. It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun. And then through the NNJR, a couple years later, guys were still coming up to me saying, "Can we get in on that grogger program?" And so we took it out of the vault a few years later and expanded it to the clubs in the region that wanted to participate, and really reached a lot of kids that way, helping them really celebrate Purim and understand it and have a great time. And then ultimately we ended up taking it nationally to the FJMC convention in Toronto, where we won a Gold Torch Award for that program. But we've done a number of interesting things at Temple Shalom that I've enjoyed. We love building the sukkah. Been involved in that. We've did a great program called the Meshuggah Road Rally, where we identified sites of Jewish interest in our region and did a road rally to go visit those sites. A lot of interesting stuff, a lot of fun to get the guys out and kind of combine Judaism with the camaraderie that comes from Men's Club, and that's really what I enjoy most about being involved.
Well, there are a lot of activities that you were involved in, and as it wasn't just for the kids, because us as adults enjoyed building the groggers too. So, why is it important that the Men's Club stay involved in the Jewish community?
Well, I think synagogue life in general needs involvement. I think the Men's Club is an integral part of that. We need to involve men in synagogue life and help expose them to that, involve them in that, and get the benefit of their contributions. And so that part of Men's Club, I think, is really important. I've always enjoyed, like I said, kind of the combining of the Jewish aspects with the social aspects and building a community. And that's really what Men's Club is all about.
Why did you get involved in your earlier years, in your youth years? What made you get involved in your Jewish community?
Growing up, I grew up Reform. My parents were very involved in the Jewish community, both at our synagogue and federation and other aspects. My mother in particular was very involved in ecumenical councils and founding a Holocaust oral history project. And I consider myself a fifth generation Jew from Trenton, New Jersey. As I've gotten to appreciate my family history and going back to my great-great-grandfather and really coming away with an appreciation of how our people came to America and created a life and a tradition, but maintain the traditions and pass them on. I felt very important to continue that. And so when I joined a synagogue later in life, we joined Temple Shalom in Bridgewater, where we lived. I was adjusting to conservative Judaism and wanted to meet the guys that I was meeting at Oneg's, and got involved in the Men's Club when they invited me to get involved. And it's been a great experience ever since.
What are your future goals, both in your synagogue at Temple Shalom and with the Northern New Jersey region? How do you see your future involved in both Men's Club for the region and Men's Club for your synagogue?
Well, I think, our mission in Men's Club is to involve Jewish men in Jewish life. That means getting more people involved in Men's Club, both locally and at the region. And that has been my goal and will continue to be my goal. We try to, create new programs that will resonate with people and get them engaged and get them involved. And that's what I look forward to doing.
Any new programs in particular you're considering?
Not sure that I'm ready to reveal those yet, but I do have a few ideas. I think the Build a Grogger program is not done yet. We will be back, and probably in time for our next convention in Philadelphia this upcoming July.
Is there anything else, Michael, you want to tell us regarding your being honored as Man of the Year? You have the final say.
Well, it really is an honor. I've so appreciate my time with the guys at the region and my guys in the club, and getting involved even at the FJMC at the national, international level. It really has expanded my horizons. I used to think of my Jewish community as being very localized. And now as I said, I've got friends across New Jersey. I've got friends across the US and Canada, all that I've met through the FJMC and Men's Club. And it's a great feeling. And I really appreciate that. And as I said, look forward to encouraging others to get involved as well.
Well, Michael, I couldn't think of a better person this year to name the Northern New Jersey Regional Man of the Year. You've achieved many accomplishments as discussed tonight, and we're very proud that you are our Man of the Year. And congratulations on behalf of our entire region.
Thank you so much.